and gentlemen, it is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to Joystiq Streams. My name is Anthony John Agnello, Joystiq Community Manager, and today, Richard Mitchell, our Reviews Content Director, is going to be putting his new Oculus Development Kit 2 through its paces. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing great. Here's the dev kit right here. So I don't know if you all have seen like other VR videos, because the way the Oculus works is it usually splits the image into two, so there's one for each eye, which creates the 3D effect. So when you get a video feed of these, you've probably seen them on YouTube, you see like these two windows that looks like binoculars. And to avoid that, you've got me on the left, so you can see what it's like when I'm moving my head around, and on the right you'll have the image of the game itself.
And Richard was just going through the number of weird little Oculus experiments that he has actually been able to test, and they seem to run stably with our capture software. And it seems that the vote is for the Kokiri Forest, the opening woods from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
That's a good place to start. It's kind of familiar. So
yeah.
Now I've got to do the weird thing where I got to take off my headset, put this thing on, and then put my headset back on. So, Anthony, after this point, I can't really see my desktop and stuff. Once the game is running, I can't really see anything. So if there's like any problems,
everybody, like, you just like we'll keep Richard apprised of what's going on,
right?
And feel free to make faces at him from the chat. You guys can just do stuff behind his back. He'll have no idea.
If the volume is off or anything like that, just let me know. Oh God, I'm seeing how stupid my hair looks from the back. That's great. All right. Here we go.
Cirrus654 question: wonder how this would work with Blender or SketchUp. I am actually not familiar with Blender or SketchUp. I do not know what
magazine?
Those are. Yeah, the magazine.
So here's a fun thing. I have to point this out because people are probably going to be wondering how it is I'm starting games with this headset on my face. I mentioned it during the pre-show, but I actually have a virtual desktop running right now. So what it looks like to me is that I have my desktop on like a big curved monitor floating in space in front of me right now, which I can use to launch these games. Now, it's not going to help me figure out where my controller is somewhere over there, but okay. I don't know what Blender is either. Kokiri we decided on, yes?
Yes, yes.
Hopefully
Kokiri
I got this set up correctly again. I've been messing with it all day. Got my controller in my hand. Things going well so far. Okay. Oh, you should be seeing something now.
Right. Obviously, we're a little bit behind.
Okay.
Our voices are perfectly present, but what I am witnessing is not what you are witnessing as we speak. Lethal migraine. Greatness, hardly. It's a product that won't be bought other than by a small handful of people. You know, that's a conversation we've had many times about VR tech here at Joystiq.
Are you seeing this game yet?
Not quite yet, but I'm getting some weird loading here on the getting some loading.
Are you seeing like menus?
I am not seeing. Oh wait, there's been a change. Yes, I see a health and safety warning.
Oh, good.
And a menu. I like that. So our view is actually a little shaky. Like.
Oh yeah, and this particular demo is very shaky.
Oh wow, that is super weird.
And part of that could be that if you made something for the Oculus Developer Kit 1, it does not just automatically work for Developer Kit 2.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you have to update it?
Yeah, you have to update it and change a few things. I want these hearts! Yes! But yeah, for some reason the head tracking on this one is not great. In fact, maybe if I scoot back a little bit so the sensor can get a better look at me.
Richard, Psychotic Sanity here in the chat has a very good question. It's the one that's always on my mind when it comes to Oculus stuff. Have you gotten any, like, headaches after prolonged use? I know the first day that you got it, you spent a lot of time with that thing on your head.
My eyes definitely felt tired or kind of weird. Now here's a nice up-close look at a rupee. Hi, rupee.
Always wanted to get that close to a rupee.
I want to grab it, but you can't. Yes, the first day I did notice that. And one thing, especially with that virtual desktop, and I don't know if this has more to do with, say, like, the resolution of my desktop or something like that. You know, I can't, like, focusing on stuff to read, not easy.
Interesting. I wonder if, like, we'll run into a similar situation as when, you know, the Xbox 360 came out, where all of a sudden we need to rethink the way text is presented.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because, like, this display on the DK2 is 1080p, but looking through the headset, you would not be able to tell that. It still looks definitely almost, well, I'm playing a Nintendo 64 game, but it looks like there's a lot of anti-aliasing and kind of chunky pixels. But I think, yes, for VR, we're going to have to rethink resolution and frame rate. I'm just playing this like a first-person shooter. I'm not even turning my view, turning my head, so... But here's a nice look at the village here.
What happens when you go... Yes, how you're doing? This is indeed live. We are doing this right now. Richard has gotten into the guts of trying to figure out how to actually live stream an Oculus demo, and this is the solution right now. Until the moment when the lawnmower man converts us all to computer people through his dastardly plot. That was the story of Lawnmower Man, right? That was how that went.
Not if you ask Stephen King. Stephen King hates that movie. I like it, but it has like nothing to do with the book, apparently. I want my Master Sword. There's no way to crouch, unfortunately. Oh, yes, there is. Oh, I'm gonna go in this tunnel. Oh, here's a fun...
Oh, can you go into the tunnel where you get the sword?
Yeah, I think so. Here's a fun thing you can do with the new Oculus Rift is that it has positional tracking. So when I move side to side, the camera moves, and if I go down, which you probably can't see my face in the webcam anymore, I can actually lean down and see through this tunnel.
That's really cool.
In like physical space, and it feels really cool. But you have to be in range of the Oculus camera. In fact, the guide tells you to sit like 4 feet away from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which isn't always easy to do.
Yeah, man, that's another thing that, you know, people, like, we talk about all the different ways in which a consumer might react to this.
Oh my god, the boulder just ran over me! Hold on. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I wonder if you could go in there and get the sword.
Oh, let's find out. I noticed there's no contact with the boulder. It's not hurting me in any way.
Right, but that is a disturbing thing that's really hard to translate for anyone that's never tried one of these VR helmets. I didn't really get it. But the physical sensation when you...
Nope.
Oh. Dang.
Okay. Now I have to find my keyboard. There it is. Oh god. Whew. Alright. It worked. I'm alive. I'm very tangled. I'm going to take this off so we can start the next demo here real quick. Still here?
Present.
Right. Trying not to get my controller tangled up with the Oculus cable. That is one thing. I mean, the cable for the Oculus basically goes off the back of your head.
Right,
So
yeah.
it feels like the best place for it to be would be plugged into a computer behind you. But, you know, most people's computer are in front of them.
You're saying that there isn't a lot of people with setups for their gaming PC where it's behind them?
Right. And, also, as Snipe Hockey points out, lesson learned, never misplace keyboard while playing VR. That's a good lesson. Also, something else to remember is that, or at least all the games I've encountered, if you hit the escape key, which is always on the upper left of the keyboard, it just immediately exits the program.
Oh. That I would imagine that causes some tricky problems when you can't see it in front of you. I wonder if they'll come up with another solution for that, like some kind of sensor that you would put on your keyboard and brings up a heads-up display.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that doesn't seem like it would be that difficult to implement.
You could just say, Oculus, keyboard, something. Okay, I can put this back on since I actually do have my desktop. The only tricky part is anytime I have to reach for my controller. Because it's next to me. Okay, headset back on. How about the people in the room vote on the next thing? I think Spacewalk was the next most popular one.
Yeah, definitely. The interest in Spacewalk, and then people wanted to see the Boiler Room from Spirited Away.
Okay.
We got some Miyazaki fans in the house.
Yeah, like, you mean human beings?
Like human beings. That was, okay, this past weekend, I read the collected version of Miyazaki's Nausicaa, which is the only finished comic he's ever made. He made it over, like, 15 years. And it's amazing. Anybody out there likes their Miyazaki. It appears that the stream might have gone down.
Hold on, I think I've got a speck or something on my glasses. It's going to drive me crazy. So, there's a phenomenon that I have not gotten used to yet, is I will put on the headset, and I've got my, you know, like I said, I've got my desktop in front of me, and then I will look down at my lap to try to find my headphones, forgetting that I've got this giant virtual reality headset on, and I can't see anything. And I've got either like a speck on one of these lenses, or maybe a busted pixel, and that's driving me crazy. Okay, so we decided Spacewalk, is that right?
Spacewalk.
Spacewalk. Ooh. And reaching for the controller, found it. And this is I think, yeah, that's not loading properly. Hold on. See,
well, that's an inevitability when you're playing around with super.
I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I am seeing the two binocular vision things as if they are floating in space in front of me. I should be able to fix that. 1 second. At least I hope I can. Oh. I should have done this already. Oh, did I just... There we go. Okay. And... yeah, since my computer thinks there are two displays, two monitors, sometimes I have to drag my pointer from another monitor that I can't even see.
That's so odd.
It is very strange. Okay. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. You should all be seeing... oh, God. You should all be seeing this demo now. See, this one's actually a little scary to me.
It's amazing how a sense of height and speed is so easily translated.
You ever been to Disneyland?
Like, your brain is tricked almost immediately.
Affirmative.
Ooh, God, that's even kind of upsetting just to look at.
Roger that, Sally.
How do I go forward? Left trigger, okay. I actually have this little heads-up display that if I look down, it's on my suit, and I can see it, so I can see which boosters I'm firing on my little spaceman.
Discovery Houston, 20 seconds to LOS T-Dress.
Stop.
Nice to be in orbit.
Okay. On my spacesuit, I can see which jets are firing. Now this actually doesn't have any objective. Okay, but last time...
Does Clooney tell you what to do and when to keep calm?
God, I wish. That man is sex on a stick. The one thing I found out that made this tolerable and not a dizzy-making panic attack machine is that basically if you press the A button, you just stop moving, which defies physics. Like you couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's not how space works.
Okay.
4, 5, 4.
Okay, I think
3.
there's a hatch, like a personnel hatch over there, so that's my goal. I'm
1,
gonna
2,
try
3,
to get
4,
to that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh god, don't go backwards,
we checked
don't
all
go
4
backwards.
systems, and you go on modulation all 4, and keying with
It's
a go.
weird, your brain will
Roger, you're
actually
allowed
trick
through here also.
you into thinking these things are actually happening. Oh, that's not the personnel thing. Where is it? Let's see.
Discovery Houston, we're still looking at it.
I really hope he won't get space sick and vomit on the stream. Although admittedly that would look cool.
Man, this is too expensive, this machine. Oh, turn around. Oh, I hit it. Oh, I'm spinning. Whew.
And Houston Discovery.
So when you're spinning, if you just press the button, you'll stop again, right?
Right. It's not like you have to, in real life, intricately correct your horrible mistake.
Oh, God. Richard, send yourself out into the nothingness.
I actually tried to get to the moon.
Really?
Yeah, I want to find somewhere on this big honking thing there is like a door. This is I would say is I think the most impressive demo that I've played. Oh,
yeah.
Is that it? I think that might be it there.
So
Space Shuttle Discovery still on its way to orbit after a successful ascent up through main engine cutoff.
Doesn't even look like it's that accurate. Seem to be saying that this and Lethal Migraine, both of them are saying that this is pointless tech. And in fairness,
Discovery Roger, go
let's admit that all video game technology is in some way pointless technology. It is an amusement. I will say that I have yet to play something using a VR helmet where I think to myself, like, this is essential. This is truly a new way to make video games, and ergo, something very important. But I will say, it looks remarkable. It's not like anything else when you actually do use it. And that's the unfortunate thing. This is the best you can do to demonstrate it for somebody what it is like. Saying oh well, here's somebody's head moving and something right next to them
recommend vector transfer to the BFS.
Approximating what they're doing.
I made it into the pod, sort of. Even there's no collision detection, but okay. Where's the moon?
Discovery Houston,
I can
press
just sit
to
still
ATO.
and I can look for it. Oh, there it is. There is. That's another thing that is. Oh God! Stop moving. There's the sun. That's pretty. One thing that's hard to get used to is that I don't just automatically start
Discovery, go ahead.
moving in whatever direction I'm looking.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go out here and find the moon. Where'd it go?
Discovery, Roger, go ahead, throttle up.
I'll just have to go out further into space. Now, see, oh, there's the moon. My wife has kind of an acute fear of exactly this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, it has had like dreams of, you know, floating over the Earth and just floating free in space.
And Houston Discovery.
And, you know, having seen like the movie Gravity, scientific inaccuracies and all, it's a terrifying concept.
I find it deeply disturbing. I find it deeply disturbing, like being cast out into the middle of the ocean.
Yes.
Let alone space.
Oh, look how far away the little space station is.
Discovery Houston, 20 seconds to LOS TDRS. Roger, it's nice to be in orbit.
What is the audio taken from? Do they say, by the way?
No, I don't know. I don't know if they just made it for this. Like, that's a nice shot.
Roger, roll,
there's
Discovery.
Spacewalk. This is VR Spacewalk. There is another Spacewalk program, or another Spacewalk app, but it's not as good as this one. And then the search for my keyboard. Click. Oh god, it takes a minute for the desktop to get back in.
Yeah, Lethal Migraine had said in the chat, it's like putting an IMAX on your head. That doesn't quite capture what it's like.
No, that's not quite it.
It's more like having a natural perspective in a game environment. You never really think about the loss of peripheral vision or the ability to look over your shoulder. Mm-hmm. You're always using an analog stick to do these things. And when I tried the Alien Isolation demo at E3 with the Dev Kit 2 of Oculus, mm-hmm. It was deeply disturbing.
Yeah.
To be like, you start to get a feel for like, all right, well, I don't have to move like I usually do in a first-person shooter. I can keep pressing forward mm-hmm. and not have to worry about managing the camera, but little things will happen, like when the alien starts chasing you, you can look over your shoulder while not losing mm-hmm. forward momentum, and look over your shoulder and see a giant slavering monster looking right at you, and then it bites your face, and it's profoundly disturbing. It's not like playing with a controller.
No.
And a TV. It is really not.
And again, it's the thing that really struck me about that alien thing was, like, for one, the fact that it seems so huge.
Oh, yeah.
You realize how tall, you know, the xenomorphs are. But the thing that got me in that game, which is something I'll show you again here, probably in the ocean demo, is the positional tracking. That you can move left to right and your head up and down. And my character was crouched behind these pipes, and in the game I could move my head to spy through the pipes, and that's when I saw the alien, and I could see it walking toward me, but I was, you know, kind of hidden from it, and that was pretty insane.
Ugh, God, so creepy.
Okay, so what's next? We've got Sightline, which is sort of a demonstration of the
Spirited Away.
Oh,
Spirited Away.
All right, hopefully this works correctly. I think I need to launch it. That's the thing, I've got these stuck in different areas so I can launch them from the proper place.
Cirrus654, does the VR induce vertigo, like a fear of heights? Yes.
Absolutely it does.
Boy, does it. Your brain thinks that's real.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting so tangled up. There's so many wires. Are you still with me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Right, and you know, I'm still using a controller. I can still change my view overall using the sticks. This is another demo that's kind of shaky. The Diesel guys. Hi, fellas. Mr. Spider Arms.
God, no, I can't. It's gonna bug me. Don't leave your shoes behind, man. You need those to get home. Wait a second. Okay, we're doing a link here. We went from Spacewalk to Spirited Away. Sandra Bullock's in both.
There are no American actors in Spirited Away. Thank you very much.
Oh, come on. The dubbed version is very good.
Look at these little guys throwing the coal in there. Hello, guys. Here, I'm going to try to see if I can get any closer to them. Well, I just banged my head into my chest. Yeah, I think if this demo has any at all, it doesn't have much positional tracking. Because, like, leaning in, I'm not really getting any closer. But as someone mentioned in the chat, like, what we're doing right here, this does not get across the feeling of the immersion of, like, actually being there. Yeah. That's what's amazing about this tag. I mean, the fact that, you know, for instance, I feel so much that I'm in this space that I just hit my head on my desk trying to lean down to look at these little creatures.
And it does not translate if you're looking at somebody else doing it.
But, you know, we're trying to do our best here to get the idea across. And there's other horror, like the survival horror stuff, which we'll do eventually, is all pretty good. Oh, he actually just... Does he come to look down at me when I get close to him?
Oh, does he?
Or is he just on a timer? And there are a couple of different setups, like there are some demos where it's like carnival rides, so it feels like you're on like a roller coaster, or like one of those things that slingshots you up into the air really quickly. And there's not really much else to this demo. Okay. So I try to find my mouse.
Some folks have said in the chat that the game audio is a little bit loud, but I think it might just be the Spirited Away demo.
It probably is. That's something I can try to adjust, but it's tricky because, like I said, I technically have two monitors going, and I have to bounce back to the other monitor to change audio. Maybe I don't. Hold on. 1 second. Headset back off. Okay. See, that is one of the hard things. Is just locating all of your...
Cirrus654 probably has the best metaphor I have heard for anyone describing what it's like to use the Oculus. It's like watching somebody eat pizza. You wouldn't know what it tastes like until you eat it. Totally accurate. Also, I will say that when I watch somebody play Oculus games, I don't immediately think to myself, boy, I want to play some Oculus games right now. But when somebody's eating pizza, it's not... I think the dev kit doesn't have that pizza quality yet. The final version, I'm sure that's what they're doing at Facebook right now. They have a marketing team that's sitting down and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, we need to figure out how to make Oculus Rift pizza for people.
Okay, I'm going to have to... If I want to make this work, okay, what do I need to do? I need to... see, this is... I'm going to try to get it so I can quickly and efficiently turn down the volume on some of these things, but that's not easy. Properties... No, that doesn't help. Resolution. Okay. I keep having to make not the Oculus, but my actual monitor, the main display, so that I can open things properly. Mixer. Open the mixer. Go back to the displays. This is my main display. Apply. There we go. Alright, so now that I've got the volume mixer over in the Rift monitor, as it were. Okay, back to OBS. Alright, so now we still have the Don't Let Go sort of horror experience. Not really horror, but sort of...
The freak you out experience?
Yes.
Do it!
Okay. Put the headset back on.
Do the freaky deaky experience. Let's see how he... I find it so... Like, the premise of that is so bizarre. Richard, have you ever gotten to try the Mirror's Edge version that was built for Oculus? I know that exists and is readily available.
No, I haven't. And... oh, wait. Do I have this all set up properly? Yes, yes, yes. And again, one of the issues there... I think I said this before during the pre-show, but you can't just take a game that was made for the Oculus Rift DK 1 and make it run on DevKit 2. Okay, hopefully you'll be seeing a game here. I'll give the stream a few seconds to catch up so you can tell me.
I'm still enjoying the fact that the infrared sensors appear on camera.
Yeah.
But not when you're actually holding it. No, web camera has better eyes than a human being. Alright, we see the health and safety warning.
Okay, good.
Sit up straight. Press any... Okay, those are not what human arms look like. I'll tell you that much.
I'm wearing jeans. Got a logo on my shirt. I can just barely make out. Okay, so...
You got a nice office, though. I mean, look at that.
Yeah. So you press the space bar to start.
And thank you for playing my game. If you're not playing with headphones right now, please go get them. This will be much better if you have headphones. To start the game, press both control keys.
So what are you doing to keep your hands on the desk? Is it going to tell you that?
Yeah, you just hold the control buttons on the keyboard. And hopefully you all heard what I just heard, so. I'm not hitting the control keys.
Hi, and thank you
No, that's the space bar again.
Hey, there's a guy.
Headphones right now. Please go get.
He's explaining to you about that.
I screwed up.
Majority let go?
Yeah, I think I started it and then immediately stopped. Okay. So, one thing is you get a lot more out of this with the with headphones on. I'm just surrounded by... It actually is kind of disturbing.
I like the game. I can't wait until somebody releases some horror game for Oculus and it has like the old classic death screen that you would see in old horror games like Resident Evil, where like, so you get some gruesome image that's just like, you are dead.
It just sounded like one of those flies crawled into my ear.
Oh, gross. God, that is really foul.
I just broke this raptor by sticking my head in its mouth. Next time I start up a demo, I'll remember to turn the volume down a little bit.
Duke has said to keep your mouth closed.
Good
Otherwise...
Ah! Whoa! Okay, that's kind of cool.
Well,
the Velociraptor is just so jaunty.
Did you know there's a giant spider behind this laptop?
How are you?
He really wants to meet you.
What's going on? Just I'll see myself out.
Warning, spiders. Oh god, are they gonna crawl in my hands?
Oh, the stream just got to the knives.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh, I'm trying to scoot away a little bit so the tracking works better. Ooh, oh, it's on my fingers. Oh, get off my shoulder, spider. Oh man, it's on my neck.
This is where that vest would come in handy.
Right, or just have someone behind you just... I think it's crawling through my hair. That's what it feels like. Or that's what it sounds like in this headset.
Ugh. Yeah.
Or it's just chewing me. Okay, it's getting a little darker now. Whoa!
The question is, Richard, would you play Silent Hills with an Oculus Rift?
I said on Twitter the other day that I'm wondering if Silent Hills isn't going to be a launch game for Project Morpheus.
It's a really good question, isn't it? It seems very, very likely that will happen.
Wow. That was really effective.
I give up. Congratulations. I guess you win.
Did you lose?
Well,
no,
actually,
I won.
Let me try one more thing.
What's he doing? What? Where'd it... Oh. Oh. Nice try. No. I win.
Richard, out of curiosity, who made this?
I'm not sure who made that one. Most of these are just done by independent developers, so...
Right, just this is just people messing around on their own.
Right, exactly. And that's why right now a lot of this stuff is conceptual, like, demos of you know, what they think will work well in VR. And we still have a few more. We've got the sort of breakout, 3D breakout. And then I've got the Ocean Rift is probably my favorite. And then we have Sightline, which is sort of just experimenting with what you can do in VR that is different than it is in like a regular game. And
well, DV25 here has requested Sightline. That sounds good.
Okay. Just as soon as I have a sip of my Coke, if I can find it. I will say one thing, like my glasses are kind of pressed up pretty close to the lenses, and I guess it's my eyebrows start smudging my glasses, or they actually smudge the lenses, and it does come with one of those lint-free cloths to wipe stuff off, but it is sort of one of the annoying things. Okay, so
Richard, I felt when I tried Oculus and Morpheus out, I felt that the Morpheus was more comfortable. And I say this not as a guy who doesn't wear glasses. I found the Morpheus to be more comfortable, but I felt like the Oculus was better made.
I can see both points of view. I do feel like the Oculus is, I mean, it does feel very much like it's a dev kit. Like it's just two straps on your head, and it does get sweaty, by the way. It's got foam and it's got venting in it to try to reduce that, but it does get sweaty. But we'll try this Sightline thing. I'm going to launch it, and then once I get it running, let's see if I can't turn the sound down a little bit. Which one is it? Sightline. We'll drop it by half. Please move your head to resting position and hit F12 or right trigger. I've got my controller right here. And that is something too, is you do have to have it set on your head properly.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, everything will be out of focus. And you know what it looks like, especially this text as I'm reading it right now. Have you ever looked really close at like the comics in a newspaper?
Oh yeah.
And they don't really color things. They're just filled in with tiny little colored dots.
Right, it's pointillism.
Pointillism. That's what like, especially looking at detailed stuff like text looks like. Is you can you can kind of see the individual pixels. F12 or right trigger. I'm hitting right trigger. Doesn't seem to care. Now I got to try to see F12 through the nose hole in this thing. Oh, you know what it is? I'm not in the game. Hold on. I probably have to click on the icon again.
Always trying to see things through the nose hole.
That's me. Aha. I'm going to do the fast demo.
Yeah, Grab in the chat has asked, is it open source? It is open source.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy one of these dev kits if you so choose and just start making crap.
Mm-hmm. $350.
Welcome to Sightline, the chair.
Which, you know, some people think that's not the way to go about making hardware. And those people have never been purchased by Facebook for billions of dollars.
So what this person is explaining to me... Well, okay.
Now to the computer on the right. Now back to the plan. Is it the same one? I'll leave that to you to figure out. But remember one thing. Keep looking around. Keep observing your environment.
I'll let this guy finish talking.
In the world of Sightline, you can make things happen simply by looking. Enjoy the experience.
The point of this is that the world actually changes based on where you look. So, like, I can see this plant right here, and I'll look away from it. There's a box of donuts. I look back to the plant. It's a different kind of plant all of a sudden. I look back, and now the box of donuts is a set of keys. And this is something that it's really hard. It's very hard to convey what this is like compared to, you know, just playing a game. When that something in your perceived environment just changes when you look away from it. Got a nice video of a cat. I can lean in close to look at it.
Check out this cat video!
God.
Oh, that is weird when the plant changes. That is super strange.
Right, and like I said, this is something that you've seen in games like Amnesia or other horror games. But like now it's an Oculus 1 dev kit, and before it was the Oculus 2 that I'm wearing. I'll look at what... Oh, and now it's a pair of 3D glasses.
Richard, Duke has asked you to look straight up. Will that do anything?
No, it's dark in here. Whoa! Although the lights just went off. That's funny. I've actually done this before, so I know what happens, but... This demo has crashed on me many times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what are some of the ones that you've gotten to work a little bit, but where they were just super unstable?
Oddly enough, one of the ones I have trouble getting to work is the Unity demo that comes bundled with the Rift.
Ha!
It's, oh wow. Now, as I look around, this whole world is being covered by grass, and it wasn't here, and now there's these mountains that weren't here a minute ago. And this is...
the exploding fireworks and cubes thing kind of looks like those old Sega hologram arcade games.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? In fact, I'm pretty sure in that time travel one, you had to like buy hollow cubes to keep playing. Like that was your life or something.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and then you walked outside and it was Final Fantasy 12. Cool.
I don't know if this demo has an end or not.
It just keeps changing.
Like it goes from nature to like a big city to like a sitting room. And this is another one that it's really sort of epitomizes design specifically for VR, which makes it hard to really convey if you're not doing it.
It's kind of creepy how the birds are swarming over you. This is like a disturbing version of Flower.
Well, like right now, I'm in this foggy city, and it is, well, it is kind of reminiscent of something like, say, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Like the horror game applications are huge. Now, there have been people in the chat. Oh, the car's gone. People in the chat talking about how this is just technology for technology's sake. No one's really going to buy it. And I think the biggest thing that I can think of is that it seems kind of antisocial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even right now, we're trying to show it off to people. But the entire time we have to be like, well, you really got to try it yourself before it's any good.
Right.
Whoa, there's a lamp in the middle of the street. Whoa. Now all of a sudden I'm inside of a room. Ooh, there's a nice dinner back there. Want some of that cheese. Wow. Whoa.
God, the weather is really crazy in the city part.
And another interesting thing about this one is as it is clearly designed for VR, is that you don't control anything. Like, I've got a controller in my hand and I used it to start the demo, but I'm not really walking around.
Yeah. That's the creepiest
Oh
dining
my gosh.
room.
Whoa. Oh! The room's getting smaller. That is messed up. Whoa! I've never gotten this far in this demo.
Yeesh.
Wow. Okay. This is officially super cool. I'm just floating in space now. And I just realized my camera's back here, even though I was centered over here, looking at the sun. Wow. It's fresh. I'm gonna call it fresh. Look, there's Earth! Or maybe that's Earth.
So is that disturbing in the same way that the spacewalk is disturbing, or is it more liberating because you go from that closed room to the, to nothingness?
One of these cords turned down my volume. What did you say? Disturbing in like what?
Oh, disturbing like the spacewalk.
Well, see, right now, I don't have any control over where I'm going. Oh god, there's like planets forming. Oh, I don't have any control. I'm just kind of floating freeform. So there's less of that panic.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to make myself start spinning out of control, for example. Oh, look at that. There's like... Is that a cake? Is that a... It's like a cream-filled donut back there? Floating in space?
That's where you find cream-filled donuts.
Oh, I'm in the internet, I think. You mentioned Lawnmower Man at the beginning of the stream. There is a game. It actually won the Indiecade VR Jam last year, if I recall correctly. That was sort of like a Lawnmower Man style hacking game, where like you control it entirely with a headset. You don't actually use like a remote or anything, and you look at nodes in space and like inside of a sphere. And you hack them just by looking at them. Oh, now I'm sitting on top of an unfinished skyscraper.
Weird. It's a really cool flow from like one thing to the next.
What's funny is that this is the fast version of this demo.
Huh.
This is like the one that they made just for like trade shows and stuff. Oh, wow. Oh. No, that's not cool. That's not cool. Welcome to VR, it says. Thomas Fruxius, I can't pronounce that, sorry. Very cool. SightlineVR.com. I will plug that for you. Very neat. Okay.
So, what is left? There's the horror thing.
I gotta figure out how to shut this off.
Oh god, oh god.
Okay, like every game except this one, all I have to do is... Oh, I can see my mouse just floating in space. That's weird. I'll just take this off. Ah. Oh, so many wires. I need to go wireless for my next headset, just so I can enjoy this. Okay, what else do we have? We've got... Oh, Ocean Rift is the one I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
In fact, I think... Oh, and the other one we have is we have the 3D Breakout. How much time do we have?
We have 10 minutes left.
10 minutes, okay. Well, let's do Ocean Rift, and do you have anywhere you could be? Maybe we could just go an extra 10 minutes so we can see them both?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, then we'll start with the... Here's one that's actually a game, everybody. This is a real game. I'm trying to get my wires situated. This is a problem with the future. Is we need this stuff to be wireless, guys. Come on. Just make all this video and all these sensors just work wirelessly. Okay.
Duke has asked, does the headset feel large and uncomfortable? You've been saying, Richard, that it's... I mean, it gets a little hot. It gets a little sweaty in there.
Yes.
But otherwise, and like there's a little bit of eye strain if you use it for a long time, but it's not that heavy, right?
No, it's really not. And okay, so here's a fun thing, is I can't close this program because it's misbehaving. So I'm gonna have to change my primary monitors again, so I can actually, when I open up Task Manager, I'll actually be able to see it. So it's not in the wrong monitor. Okay. So yeah, definitely not ready for prime time, this technology. Oh, I can't even end the task. It won't let me.
Frustrating.
That's very frustrating. That is extremely frustrating. End task. What did you do? Steal my mouse? Give me my mouse back. Oh no. Oh no. Alt-Tab. Save me. No.
Richard, have you played anything using the Oculus where where you're looking at things in a third-person perspective? Like you're controlling a person that you see, a la like Devil May Cry or something?
I haven't done that yet, but there is at least one I've heard of that's supposed to be pretty good.
Oh yeah? What is it?
God, this is really exasperating. Hold on. I need to maybe change the Rift display mode. I can't click anything. This game won't let me exit. I can't even kill it with Task Manager. I don't know what to do about this.
As bad.
Like, I might actually have to just stop and restart the stream. Like, I might have to reboot my computer or something. Okay. Close window.
Squad Rar in the chat said, if you have to guess, how many years would this gadget take to be a normal, common thing in homes? You know, Squad, I am just not convinced that it ever will be. It might be. People might be really into VR. Or, you know, there's another scenario where it might be like the Wii, and there's just one game and everybody loves it, and they buy the thing just to play that one game. But I see applications of Oculus Rift and Project Morpheus and all of these VR headsets. I see it more as something that you will see as supplementary. Like, you'll see them in museums. You'll see them, you know, at amusement parks. And, I mean, hell, in schools. I think they could be an incredibly, incredibly useful teaching tool. You know, obviously it won't be Surgeon Simulator the game, but I think it'd be incredibly useful for medical professionals.
You know what? I am actually. I think I'm gonna have to reboot my computer to start anything else.
Oh God! All right.
Can we chill out for?
Yeah, let's
like
do that. Everybody, if you're willing to stick around for just a few more seconds, we're gonna go away and we'll come back with a little look at the deep sea demo.
Yeah, I've got a solid state drive. I'll flip this over and just like, oh wait, I can close that. I can close everything but the thing I want to close.
Ah!
Hold on, I'm gonna try one more time. It's like it just won't let me click on anything. God, that's exasperating. Close window, close window, close window. What is that now? Close. Close. One more time. This is where I just refuse to believe that some stupid thing isn't going to work. Okay, yep. I'm going to restart. I'll be right back. And the stream's just going to end abruptly because I can't even click into OBS to end the stream properly.